Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays RimWorld, and now is the point where I distract you with my charisma. And I say, oh, it's been a lovely time, and then what you don't know is that in the background right now, I am setting the timer so that the episode will actually go the proper length of time, and then I'm looking at my microphone levels and going, oh, it's peaking a little bit, but I damn near got caught, so my beeper kept beeping. Okay, we're good. Three major complaints. Actually, maybe like four major complaints from the most recent episodes. One of those is, hey, dummy, you're getting all these new animals, but then you're not allowing them to be in the safety zone where they don't just get murdered all the time. That's a great idea you have there. I say that Ricochet is a meat-eating animal, and Buck 1 is a meat-eating animal. Welcome to the meat-eating animals area, where you're restricted to an area that has no meat. Yeah, that's a little bit of a bummer. Well, okay, let's just expand that zone. It has to be done, even if it's not, optimal the first time you do it. It has to be done either way. So we'll go like this, and then expand the loud area, meat-eating animals. We'll butcher these grizzly bears. Ricochet is worth it. Ricochet is worth it. But he won't be able to sleep in the room, which kind of sucks. Second major complaint, and this is, very sensible. Drug policy. Let me go here. New policy. Smoke leaf joint. Usage for joy or scheduled? Scheduled the smoke leaf joint. You may have one a day. Okay. You may have one a day. There you go. No more than one smoke leaf joint per day, and only if your mood is below 50. I think that that's a great idea. We're gonna call this the Willie Nelson Doctrine. Okay. It has been sorted. Wait, only if mood below and, joy, I don't care. Once per day if your mood sucks. Fantastic. That's your new policy, the Willie Nelson Doctrine. Your current drug policy is the Willie Nelson Doctrine. Oh, Tomo's a teetotaler, and Jamie Oliver has a chemical interest. You're all on the Willie Nelson Doctrine, so hopefully that improves our productivity somewhat. The third complaint was, hey, dummy, stop using explosives on all your units. That seems like a good idea. Hopefully we'll work around that now. The charge rifle's real good. I'm sorted about that. I'm very happy about it. The other thing is stop issuing strip orders on the colonists that you kill or the raiders that you kill, because they will already drag them to the incinerator and then burn the clothes when they drop them in there. So worst case scenario, they're going to take the clothes off at the incinerator, and then that saves you a lot of time regardless. Best case scenario, they just throw them in there with their clothes still on and burn them. I guess you don't get to save the good clothes, but either way, people told me to do this. It seems like a sensible idea. So what are we in the market for right now? Well, Inga's having some problems, and that's okay. Because she's going to get sorted one day or one way or another. She's going to find us. She's going to get you. Now that we have meat, I'm hoping that our meal consumption, or our what am I trying to say? Our meal order gets produced more quickly, and then we get more research done. But we did refactor our job so that we have more research being done. And I did have a comment, and I get, it's a little snarky, but I understand why it's snarky, because you're like, this guy sucks at RimWorld. You're like, NL, why are you researching if you don't even use 90% of the shit that you research? Well, first off, it's a good way to, make a colonist not idle. Secondly, some technological advances have been enormous for us. And thirdly, to reach the win condition, you have to research all the necessary things to ken into space. So, a group of pirates from Hyena Stream have arrived in drop pods nearby. They'll prepare for a while and then attack. Looks like 7 drop pods. They're definitely coming in from the top. I forgot that this door had been destroyed. So I think the first thing we do here is very quickly make another door, and we'll make it out of granite, which is a strong material. And Rob, are you a great constructor? No. Jamie Oliver? Of course, Jamie Oliver, so named because of his exceptional skill in the construction department. I can't help but notice, Buck 1. You ain't in the meat-eating animals area. We just want this wall to get constructed. Inga's exhausted. This is not a surprise, Oh, she's no longer wandering around in a psychotic state. We got shields, we got guns, we got an incendiary launcher. No, an LMG. Oh my god, if we can get that, that would be amazing. Charge rifles. This is not a trivial raid. Real save, 111, not trivial. This is actually, like, pretty dangerous. Charge rifles and LMGs frighten me, and, like, 3 really good projectile weapons is scary. The shields, a little less so. By the way, someone, and I can't remember who it was, but they gave me a great tip that was like, hey, just put a sandbag around here. That way they can't just stand here. Instead, they have to pour out. But I worry that maybe I'd implemented improperly, and the sandbag would just end up giving them cover. We do still have 5 active turrets. We haven't really cleaned out our kill box from the last time, but I think that's okay. Who has the major break risk? J. Smith OTI and Jamie Oliver. So if we could actually just get, like, everybody but them, I think that would be fine. So Jamie Oliver... what's his problem, anyway? Oh, right. Jamie Oliver is the one who shacked up with Mathis, and then Mathis died. And then J. Smith OTI, what's your problem? What? Oh, I was on the wrong one. Josh shacked up with Mathis, that's right. Insulted? Who insulted you? I've been directly insulted. What an awful person. Well, it expires soon, so I'm not too worried about that. Honestly, our turrets are going to do, like, the bulk of our work right now. So, I think we just want... Major break risk only on Josh. Okay, so everybody but Josh is going to be a part of this raid defense right now. We also need to get Rob. That's fine. So, get drafted, son. Okay. Come on. The other thing is we don't even have really space for all these people to stand without shooting each other. So, it's not the worst thing in the world to have ourselves spread out a little bit here. Just want to... I mean, some of them do have weapons. Inga doesn't even have a gun. You know, actually, Inga, you got some shit on the go. Why don't you get out of here? Then Tomo can take your spot. And, you know, maybe Dan can post up, like... I don't know, here? Hopefully he doesn't shoot Tomo in the face. And I'm hoping they're all going to come this way, and it does seem like that's going to be the case. Now, we just got to rely on 5 turrets to do our job for us here. Here we go. Miles, I'm super lucky these guys are coming in, like, so staggered. His shield is already dead. He's going to be down in, like, 2 seconds here. Yeah, alright, so there's one gone. Now it's going to get a little trickier. We got, like, 3 units coming in at the same time. But all in all, I think that the fact that we've gotten this sorted right from the bat is a pretty good start. Inga, if you're so exhausted, why don't you just go to bed? Hopefully shield pops, like, immediately here. Okay, shield's down. And then, I'd like to prioritize, Charge Rifle Man, who was actually already nearly dead. Okay, now he's down. Hopefully we have shots at the dude behind cover. Wow, they're leaving already. That was really good. So we got an LMG. We're gonna pick these up, by the way. But, oh, wow, that was just a bummer for that dude. We're gonna pick these up, but first I just want to, make sure... Wow, he had 280 silver, too. Before we pick these up, I just want to make sure everybody, you know, like, gets their major break risk out of their system. So, me and J. Smith OTI are having problems. I'm probably tired, I'm assuming. My friend died. Wait, my father died. My mistake. But your father can be your friend as well. But we're having a good life because we have low expectations. And also, we have a 3 opinion of our wife, Inga. Which is very nice. You know, we're a very sensible couple, I suppose. I just issued a hunt order here because more meat is good. Josh is butchering. That's good. As long as... We do need meat. Like, winter's approaching. We got a ton of vegetables. In fact, like, I've probably focused way too much on food. Tomo, I will say, is researching. I do think that research is extremely important. Just wanted to make sure, like, I can see our meal order. I do think research is extremely important, but I also want you, if possible, to be hauling. Although, who's our number 1 hauler? Jesse's our number 1 hauler. So when he wakes up, I want him to prioritize moving corpses into the incinerator. Filling a fermenting barrel isn't bad, but, like, I've kind of given up on beer production. I just do it as a novelty. Dope. Okay, Jesse is, and that's not a good habit, by the way, but I'm focusing on the things I feel like I need to focus on right now. So when you burn them, they automatically strip right next to, even though it doesn't make any sense, they strip them right next to the electric cremator. Okay, starvation on Inga. Well, I mean, sometimes I wake up from a long sleep and I feel like I'm starving as well, so, you know, I can relate to your situation there. Another thing that has been suggested is I could issue like a more Prison Architect style, like regimented... What are you doing here? Making pants. A Prison Architect style, like regimented regimen. It's gonna take forever to get these blocks, but we might as well make them not forbidden. And we could do that, you know, give them like 4 hours of work, 1 hour of joy. 4 hours of work, 1 hour of joy. But honestly, for right now, I feel like they're doing a pretty good job of managing themselves, and I feel like some degree of autonomy maybe is good, but maybe I'm just pushing my my real-world values on these RimWorld colonists. I don't know. So, we have, like, brand new weapons that we should really be happy about. Like, we have an LMG. We have a third charge rifle, and I think we have a fourth charge rifle as well. Unless maybe one of the charge rifle units got away. But either way, it's like a really awesome situation for us. So Inga, don't mess this up. Nice, good job. You nailed it. One shot, one kill. Are we going in fast, or are we doing this sneaky beaky like? Okay. Well, let's again take an audit of our colonists, as Dan would like to say. 4, I'm looking at shooting stat. Dan Giesling has an 8. Tomo has an 11 and a sniper rifle, so he probably gets the LMG. Alpaca has a 7. Jason Midotti has a 4. Jamie Oliver has a 6. Jesse is an altruist who should not have been drafted in the first place. And Inga has an 8. So, Tomo is gonna get the LMG, if he's awake, which he is. And then Dan is also at an 8 with a passion. So Dan, I'm gonna give you the charge rifle. And then Jamie Oliver's already got a charge rifle. Inga's got a sniper rifle, but I'm gonna give her the survival rifle, which I think is better, but if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, life goes on. Do we have units that are just with horrible weapons right now? You know, honestly, everybody's like pretty good. Josh has a pistol. It might be good to give Josh the superior sniper rifle. There we go. Alright, so life's going pretty well right now. Batteries are holding strong-ish. Might not be the worst thing in the world to get a little bit more power coming in. It's something we haven't had to worry about in a while, but now we've got one extra sun lamp plus heater combo, which is pretty intense here. Not to mention we also have 8 turrets running or something. We have a turret breakdown, something that really should be sorted right away. And, you know, cleaning dirt is important. Tomo is researching. Oh, the way he pronounced research made me wanna... He pronounced it the British way, aka the English way. Why would he speak English like a person from England? It doesn't make any darn sense. Alright. I kid. You know, you and I, and by you I mean the royal you, and by I mean the ignoble I. We have that kind of adversarial back and forth, like mutual level of respect, but we bust each other's balls, because that's what good friends do. Tomo's getting some research done. Is he, like, is his passion for research growing? He's a 7. Honestly, I think he started as a 4, so that's pretty good. He faked it, and then he made it. Meals are being produced. I did change the bill recently. So we're cooking 30 simple and 10 fine meals. And then we're probably going to make medicine after that. Okay, wait. Why a fine meal? Sorry, did I get the bill wrong there? Oh, yeah, we cook 15 fine meals. When Tomo takes the research bench, that should mean that we will make medicine instead, unless we have 30, which we don't. We have 9. We are a better researcher, but we don't really have too much. I'm not picky about it, basically, because what we lose in like strict min-maxing optimization, it seems like we make up for in efficiency. Also, the fact that no colonists are smoking weed and smoke leaf. It's a totally different drug. The fact that no colonists are smoking smoke leaf and getting no work done, I think is a good thing. You know, everything in moderation, including moderation. So, we need to cook 2 more fine meals. How much meat do we have? Well, we can just see right here, right? 393. It's not very much, actually. Inga is still starving. Why don't you go get some food, Inga? We have so many meals. Oh, there she goes. She's consuming fine meal. Why are you so slow? Oh, she's got alcohol addiction and go juice addiction. I don't mean to make light of alcoholism, but how did you get addicted to alcohol? We make like 20 beers a month at this colony for 8 people. I guess they're just really good. Now that's craft brewing. Right there. Right there. I don't really want to anger a pack of ibex rams. Or do I? Cause like, do you think if all of these ibex rams came into our kill box, they would all die? Do you think we'd have a chance at that? Just with our turrets? I'm gonna say, right now, I'm not 100% confident in that. But maybe in the future. I don't know. What do I want here for power? Because I'm a little concerned that we just appear to be at equilibrium for power. I'd really rather be at equilibrium at 100% than be at equilibrium at like 50% of our batteries. Because, like, these are all brightly lit. Until the sun starts coming down, they're getting like full power. Maybe more wind turbines? Wind turrets is what I was going to say there, which is something completely different, but... Yeah, I mean, we could... The problem is, okay, where do we place this so that it doesn't affect this one? Like, where does this one... This one goes out to this spot right here. So, like, right at the introduction of that gray tile. This is barely going to impact 8 batteries, I think, but it's probably sensible to do it either way. Just build it one off. And then this stuff obviously has to be hauled away. And we don't have enough steel to do this, which is in our, this resource category. Yeah, we only have 12 steel, so, to be honest with you, we probably want to, like, build out some space here and mine there. Or there's still a little bit of compacted steel here, and hopefully it becomes more compacted steel in the future. Mood is going very well, by the way. That's like my new... This is popping off. Our wealth is indeed popping off, just saying. This probably represents the exploding of our plasteel turret. But our colonist mood, it's in the 40s, which is a far cry from like the 70s we had before the last raid, but it's not like, it's not bad. It's like 45, which is certainly a lot better than we've had in some recent situations. Rob continues to be in a moderate amount of pain. He has sensory mechanites, which I don't know if it ever ends. And then Inga is our other unit with a problem. Is it her opinion of me? No, she likes me well enough. Oh, right, she has 2 diseases. Well, withdrawal, it's a disease, I think. You know, you're facing health concerns as a result of a stimulus, or the absence of a stimulus. I would call it a disease. So that's going to be a minus 45 mood penalty, like forever. And by forever, I mean not forever, but just like for the next 8 months. So, you know what? It's amazing. It's a testament to my relationship with Inga that we both still like each other, even though she's going through some stuff right now. You know, it's a strong bedrock that you want to build your life on. Okay, we have another raid. These guys are screwed. They're actually just totally fucked. I can't remember if they were... It looks like they're starting right away. They're getting some go juice first. He's injecting 1 marijuana. Wooden mace. Like, these guys are actually toast. I don't even know if I need to wake any colonists up for this. Like, me and Dan are just... me, Dan, Josh, and Tomo are just living our lives, having some meals. And then, Freckles comes down here and says, hey, you guys need me? The answer is, I mean, I'll take your toque. It doesn't bother me. Shields popped already. Freckles is down. You know, I'm starting to realize, why not draft our other units, especially Tomo? Josh is making a grand sculpture. I wouldn't want to bother him. Dan doesn't really need to get behind cover anyway. Okay, so we let them break a turret because I'm bad at this game. I really should have prepared. Okay, that's going to explode. I let them kill 2 turrets because I'm bad at the game. And just take the shot. Just take the shot. They're fleeing, but I am dumb for giving them the chance to have this happen. Alright, well, more corpses for the grinder, basically. You guys are undrafted. And I'll rebuild those 2 turrets because I am a stupid idiot man who never should have let that happen. But on the bright side, as you can tell, the kill box is working as intended. Like, it's crushing it. If only I could... Oh, parkas are all done. If only I could stop mismanaging the raids, that would be good. But the whole point of this kill box is, you know, eventually I won't have to worry about mismanaging the raids because it's just going to be, you know, the AI on the turrets handling it, and I can go about my business just making parkas all day. So you probably got to build to make pants still. Yeah, 3 more pants to be made. We have no tattered clothing, so I'm not overly concerned. It's pretty far away, but you know, if we need corn, it's probably going to stay good over the winter, so no concerns there. We are going to need some more steel, so that mining order is important to me. Do we have more steel in our freezer? We do not. I don't even know. Is our moisture pump actually working for us here? I've had it active for like 6 episodes or something. Well, actually, the way that we would do that is go structure, wall, and we make the wall out of granite, which we have like a lot of. We can now expand by 1 tile. The future is now. I don't know. I've probably placed that in an improper fashion. Alright. Inga's still having a hard life. Like, honestly... Good. Train Ricochet. That's important. But Inga, I give you permission to, like, consume all of the smoke leaf you desire, honestly. Like, if you feel like that's important for you, then by all means. I'd prefer it if you didn't consume the yayo, but anything... This is not like I'm not trying to make like a one-to-one comparison to real life. I'm not saying this is my, you know, policy regarding drugs in my real life as well. But as far as I'm concerned, right now you're a hindrance to the colony. And I don't mean that to be insulting, but really you should just make your mood awesome for as long as it takes for you to not be addicted to, you know, whatever you're taking to wake you up there. Consuming fine meal. Fair enough. Okay, so what's going on here? This is what I wanted to check. I should be asleep, but our meal order is consistently done here, which is great. Now, Jesse is our prime mover. He's not doing a whole lot right now because he has sensory mechanites. I think those eventually just end. Like, I think we got them in our earlier colony, and eventually they just end, but sometimes it can take a while. You know what? It's been a good episode. Real save... 1, 1, and 2. Good. And I know there's complaints about my play, and, you know, I have a few good episodes, and I have 1 bad episode, and I have a few... Stop feeding them insect meat. I have a few good episodes, and I have 1 bad episode, but we really are making pretty big progress, I think, not necessarily within this colony, but on, like, a meta level. 2 raids in an episode and not even sweating it is a fantastic position to be in, I think. You know, that's not necessarily normal, given our previous history. So I want to follow Jesse for a day. Like, the dude is doing a lot of hauling. I'm not going to suggest that he isn't. But burning apparel is probably, like, a pretty secondary concern. Like, hauling... Yes, okay. Hauling food is very important. How long has this corn been in here? Probably, like, 100 years. You know what? We need a second hauler. What is Inga's job? She's basically doing nothing. Alright, Inga, you're also a #1 level hauler. Starting tomorrow. And she's gonna be, like, real bad at it. Because she's going through 8 different kinds of drug addiction simultaneously, but, there's no concerns. If anything you can do with hauling is gonna help me out. Let's also make sure that, like, these weapons are good to go. Like, it's a kill box, it's not supposed to be a dirty box. That didn't sound right. Inga's got tattered apparel. She also has an extreme break risk. I would expect her to, you know, kind of go off the handle pretty soon. What could it be? It's a mirage. I'm telling y'all, it's sabotage. Still got a snowman out here. I mean, the other thing I do want to point out is that we're in the winter, and yet ain't really sweating it. You know what I mean? Like, despite being in the winter, we're not starved. Well, Inga's starved, but she's got her own problems. I say that as her husband. We're not really suffering from, you know, too many power-related issues. Although I will say at this point, I think our batteries are draining faster than they're charging. So to get that next wind turbine up is important. We have nobody really focused on mining, but Dan is great at it. After he consumes a fine meal, I may actually make Dan like a #1 miner. Because mining is one of those things that we issue orders for like a la carte. So, which is Dracula backwards. But, okay, you're gonna sleep first. Is anybody else like really happy to mine? Everybody else sucks at it. And me and Dan are on the same schedule, right? Yeah, so I go to sleep. Rob goes to sleep because he's suffering. Inga's taking off her tattered toque. At least she only has a major break risk. I guess getting rid of the tattered clothing and putting on that dank-ass cowboy hat makes her a little happier. Still major break risk. Not much we can do about that. Rob is now awake and cleaning. As important as I think cleaning is, I'm also like, man, you should be hauling, man. We're not doing well in the hauling department right now. Like, look at all the hauling that should be done here. Okay, you know what, Rob? You're on corn duty, buddy. I think you're actually going to be a #1 hauler. Because we have so many, like, dead bodies and, you know, so many crops that are not getting inside of our base. We're just going to try this out. And if it works, dope. If it doesn't work, you know, the colony's still going fine. Like, it could be worse. But really, like, Josh is harvesting at such an alarming rate that we're never getting ahead on our hauling orders here. Why are we... Oh, right, we were going to install a door right here. That's a great idea. I'm a smart man. Or I used to be a smart man. By the way, another tip people gave me is you can make stools. You can't make chairs out of stone, but you can make stools out of stone. So, like, wasting all that time harvesting wood was not a necessary part of doing business. And, by the way... wait, are Dan and I falling in love? Please, no. The indignity. Oh, no, I was rebuffed by Dan. Thank you, Dan. At least one of us has some good sense. Now, this is indoors. Okay, just making sure. The idea is we're going to install a door here so that materials that need to go this way, you don't have to walk around like a huge area to get them done. But it will probably ruin our freezer for like an hour. So we should make sure that we have an order ready to be issued there to build the door. And we have the materials necessary as well. Our colony, honestly, although things are going well, and I stand by that, I think it's somewhat inefficient right now. So we need this steel, for sure. It's not a ton of it. In fact, it's not very much at all. But it does need to be done. And hauling at least is getting done. Tattered apparel on Inga. Dude, she is getting the shit end of the stick here, that's for sure. Okay, now you've done that. This is a problem, because all the cold air is going to flood out. So, like, immediately get this granite door constructed. And Dan is kind of like our jack of all trades, so... we can get him to build this granite door from granite that's already in here. Yo, we are actually keeping it -6 in this room. That's amazing to me. Like, our freezer with 3 coolers is capable of keeping that cold as well. But, you know, I think this is sensible. It does mean that maybe we don't actually need an airlock, though. It's -6. Maybe it's because it's -7 outside, but... yeah, that's probably fair. We'll see if we eventually need an airlock there. But for now, it's good. Of course, by the time we notice if we need an airlock there, it's probably going to be too late. I'm also noticing, like, shit's getting pretty dirty here. Which is to be expected, given that I took Rob off cleaning duty. But, you know, like, it's still taken 100 years to haul this shit. So I sort of feel like it's still the sensible decision to do this. But it's getting pretty nasty, admittedly. Why is Inga starving all the time? Like, Inga, you should just be on, like, 100% joy forever. Yeah, there she goes. She's gone berserk. Oh, and that's our timer, so it's a great cliffhanger to end at. I'm going to save it for now. I'm going to call this, you know, Real save 113. We probably have another save called Inga already. Good episode, though. Honestly, we suffered some setbacks here. Minor improvements, but mostly setbacks because I'm down 2 turrets, and the only thing that really improved was I got a door installed here. But we also got new guns on, and better guns on our colonists, so I'm pretty happy about that. Rob, this is probably, like, not the right place for you to be. And you know what? I'm actually going to put you back on cleaning before I forget. But for now, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. Thank you guys so much for your tips and, you know, keeping me honest in the RimWorld playthrough. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.